Hey, welcome back. This is day 3 of our 4-part series on all things booking flights. These are the professional secrets that travel agents use to find the best deals, the best flights, and get the most out of every flight. Every flight. Every flight? Every flight. So you ready? Let's go. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Linda Jones. I am the CEO of Crafted Travel Company and the author of Travel Agent Secrets. I am a 15-year industry veteran, and my passion is sharing with you how to book fantastic vacations so that you can maximize everything, get the best deals, know when to go, find the best places, and that is what this channel is all about. And I'm so happy and so excited to share with you our secrets for today. So today, we're going to be talking about ways to maximize your flights. Get the best service, get the best amenities, get the best luxury, the best comfort. That is what we're talking about today. So if you're ready, let's dive in. So the first thing I want to talk to you about today is layovers. Did you know that there are some airlines that will allow you to extend your layover so that you can actually spend a few extra days for free? Well, you have to pay for lodging, but most of the time it's for free, no extra airline costs to lay over a few extra days when you're flying from A to B. For instance, if you are flying to London and happen to have a stopover in Canada, you can actually extend that stay and enjoy a few days in Canada before going on to your flight in London without paying for an extra trip to Canada. It's amazing. Not every airline offers it. But those that do, there are some incredible deals to be had. I am going to link this article that I have here into the description below so that you can go back and refer to it. But a few of the highlights I want to talk about today is one of the airlines that offers stopover programs is Air Canada. Now, they actually have an entire program where not only do they allow you to extend your layover for a few days and enjoy Canada, but it also helps you book your hotel in the interim. It helps you have transportation to and from, and this gives you all the details of how you can extend and visit more of Canada when you're on your way to your next vacation spot. Another really great one is in Madrid. If you have a layover, happen to be flying on Iberia Airlines and have a layover in Madrid, they are more than happy to extend up to 6 nights so you can explore Madrid without any extra airline costs. And again, what they do is they help you get your hotel, they help you get to and from. They really want you to explore their city, and so that is why they're allowing you to extend your layover and take advantage of these tours. Another one is Iceland Air. Again, here, the same type of thing. You can extend it up to a number of days and be able to explore. So when you're going, you're booking your flight, perhaps have a layover in Iceland and be able to experience Iceland. Another one is the Etihad. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Same thing. They love to have you stay over. And a lot of times what they end up doing is some of the places will actually give you free lodging if you decide to spend the night and stay over and explore the city or the town. Singapore is a incredible airline. Same thing. You can have a stopover in Singapore. And for as little as $35 a night, including the one-night stay, your hotel shuttle. These are airlines that really want you to explore their cities, and so they're willing to help you, give you money towards things, give you discounts that are absolutely incredible. I highly recommend it. If you have the time, plan when your stopover is in these places and be able to explore a city for a lot less than having to fly there separately and having to pay. Another one is Portugal. Air Portugal has stopovers, I believe, in Porto and I believe they have in a few different cities that they offer. Some of them is just one city. Those are the things that I'm going to link below. Those are ways when you extend your layovers, those are ways to really enhance your vacation, to extend what you're able to see for less money. And it's just something amazing. Also, a lot of those airlines offer a lot of extra perks and things that really make it worth your time and worth adding and making your vacation extraordinary. So that's tip number 1.
Tip number 2 has to do with something that people usually think only the super rich can do, and that is flying private. I know it sounds incredible, but there are actually some companies that now have 30 passenger jets, sometimes a little more, a little less. But what they do is they actually sell tickets per seat. So it's as if you're buying a commercial flight. You're just buying a seat. You're not chartering the entire jet, but it's a way that you can fly and have the private experience without the private price tag. The company that I want to talk to you a little bit more about is one that is on the West Coast, but I know that more are coming nationwide, and it gives you the opportunity to fly first class and private without the private charter price tag. Let's talk about it.
We are here at one of the private jets that is available in California. They fly to Vegas, Phoenix, Seattle, Portland. So if you're in the area, it's a great alternative instead of taking commercial flights. It's actually a remarkably affordable option. And as they say here, it's all of the pros without the cons. So as I mentioned before, you enter through the private terminal, you have your own parking, your own TSA, your own everything. It is the best way to fly. And I'm going to be flying with them soon, and I will take a review of it and show you what it's really like. And I'll be sharing that in an upcoming video. But for now, I just wanted to cover this and let you know that this is an option. So this particular company is called JSX. They're based in Burbank, which is very close to LA, and are close enough to LA that it's an alternative airport. They also have flights out of Orange County. I believe they're coming to San Diego, though they're not there yet. But for our purposes, to show you what I mean, we're going to be doing Burbank right now. And I'm going to say we're going to go to Napa because, that sounds amazing. So let's go ahead and say we're going to go from Burbank up to Napa and spend a few days in California wine country. Let's go and see what we find. Okay, so as you can see, if I leave on Monday the 1st, I can get it as low as $139. Now that's each way, but still for $139, I can fly from Burbank to Napa on a private jet. And what this private jet is, you can see from the video, it's actually a 30-person jet. So they sell those seats individually as if it was commercial, but because it's a private jet, you get all of the private amenities that come along with it. And so, for instance, if I'm taking this flight, one way was $139. The hop-on, which means it's non-refundable. All in means it's refundable, but you can still get credit if you do hop-on. I'm just going to say the cheaper one. And then coming back, actually, you know what? I'm going to come back on Sunday instead. It looks like it's a little cheaper, and select that. And I'll just do the hop on. And as you can see from here, the total is only $300. $300 to fly private from the LA area up to Northern California area. I mean, that's incredible. It's more expensive than a commercial flight, but you also aren't waiting in the TSA lines, having to deal with airport parking, having to spend getting there 2 hours ahead of time. You can get to this 15 minutes before your flight or 20 minutes before your flight and be totally fine. You don't have to worry about finding parking. You don't have to worry about getting through the TSA line. It is incredible. It's worth it. And this is actually kind of high. Depending on when you fly, I've seen prices as low as $89 each way. So for $180, you could fly private from LA to Phoenix to Vegas to Northern California to Seattle. I mean, it's worth looking at. And if you have the budget where you can afford a little bit more for your flights, the luxury of it and the comfort of it and the peace of mind of not having to go through the main terminals is definitely worth every penny. Number 3 is to use those lounges in your airport. If you are flying out of a commercial airport, as you know, there are first class lounges that people have access to where you go in. It's more comfortable seating than the general in the gates. You have power for plug-in, you have the bathrooms, you sometimes have showers. They usually always have free food and drinks. Sometimes it's full meals, sometimes it's snacks, just depending on what airline it is and which airport it is. But if you have a long wait until your flight takes off, if you have a layover in a city and have hours to kill, this is a great option to be able to rest in comfort, to wait for your flight in comfort, to get some free food and some free drinks. And if you have the ability to get it, it is absolutely worth it to make your vacation just a touch more comfortable, a touch more luxurious, and it can make all the difference. Okay, so how do you use the lounges? There's a couple ways. If you have frequent flyer miles and you have enough miles that you're in one of the higher tiers, you usually get free access to the lounge. If you have a credit card for the airline, a lot of times, check the fine print, you can get access to the lounges, or you can get a discounted rate to go into the lounge for the entire day. So if you're flying, say you're flying American from LA to London and you have a stopover in New York, say it's a 6-hour layover in New York. If you buy the day pass, you can use the lounge in LA while you're waiting for your first flight. You can use the lounge in New York while you're waiting on your layover, and then continue on. It just makes the whole day a lot more comfortable. So that's the second way you can do it. And the third way you can do it is just join a company that actually has access to all the lounges. And I'm going to link that below so that you can get more information. But I believe it's pretty inexpensive. You pay a yearly fee, and then it gives you access to something like 120 or 300 different lounges across the world. So if it's in cities, take a look at it. And if you find that it's in cities that you often travel to, it might be worth it, because then you can have lounge access at every single step, every step of the way. Like I said, it just makes your vacation that much more special, comfortable, and just more enjoyable all the way around. Okay, tip number 4 is to check foreign airlines. And when you're flying. Now, that's not always, if you're flying domestically, that's not always an option. But if you can, if it's at all available, try to book on a foreign airline. I know that sounds strange, because usually in America, we like to just keep to American flights or American-based flights. But a lot of foreign airlines have way better amenities than a lot of the domestic airlines do. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this is what I mean. This is an article I found on Travel and Leisure that compares the different foreign airlines and the amenities that they offer. I'll go ahead and link this below as well, so you can refer to it. But for instance, Singapore, if you ever have an opportunity to fly on Singapore Airlines, take it. It's amazing. Even the economy class has amazing food, free drinks, free services. It's comfortable. It is incredible. If you have a chance, if I haven't said that yet, if you have a chance to fly in Singapore, fly in Singapore. The extra amenities, the extra comfort, the extra service, the way they treat you is so much farther beyond anything I've ever experienced domestically, that it is worth it. And that is why they are actually ranked as the #1 airlines. Another really incredible one is Emirates. If you have an opportunity to fly in Emirates, what makes a difference is the luxury of it. And yeah, this is a first class cabin that you're seeing here, but it's the luxury of it. Even in economy, it's the higher quality food. It's the more free drinks, more free food. It's the way you're treated. It's the little amenities. It just makes your trip that much more comfortable. So if you have a chance to fly Emirates, Singapore, another one is Qatar, Japan Airlines. If you're flying anywhere that you can get onto one of their airlines, they have some incredible services and amenities. Ava Air, Air New Zealand. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and link this so that you can see all of these. But if you have an opportunity, so that'll be linked below. But if you have an opportunity to fly on some of these higher ranked airlines, when you're flying, even if it's domestic and you happen to catch maybe a leg of somebody that's going international, you can just catch that leg. It is 1,000,000% worth it to just have your experience be far more comfortable and far more enjoyable. Fifth and final tip. Now, this isn't always within reach of everybody, and I understand that. Some of you are more budget travelers and you're just trying to travel as cheap as possible. This is if you really want to elevate your experience, you have the budget to do so, and you just want to raise things up. So if you can't fly private, perhaps you could still get the benefits of being in a private terminal. Now, this isn't available everywhere, but if you happen to be in LA, and then there's a few places around the world, I think New York, I'll link those below for you, some more details about the private terminals. But what I'm trying to explain is there are some airports, big airports, that have private terminals that you can pay to fly out of, and it gives you extra amenities and you don't have to go through the main terminal. So for instance, LAX. Instead of having to fight through all of the TSA lines, the airport parking, or being dropped off. And if you've ever been to LAX, it is a nightmare. It's I hate going out of there, to be honest, but it's the main hub. And so a lot of times you will be going out of there. But if you're flying commercial and you have the money to do so, there is a private terminal. I believe it's just PS, private suite, and I'll link that below, that you pay extra for, and it can be kind of pricey, but it's not out of control. But you go to that private terminal, you have a private lounge area where you can relax, you have free food, you have free drinks, you have your own TSA line, you have your own customs, and then they take you and your luggage via the tarmac to board your plane. You're not waiting in the main airport. You're not going through all of those things. It is a way to really, if you want to have a luxurious vacation, this is the way to go. Really, if you're not flying private, at least use the private suite, the private terminal, so that you can have all of the luxuries of flying private, even if you're flying commercial. It is really, really excellent. So I highly recommend it. And I will link that below as well. So those are all my tips for day 3 of our 4-part series, that we're talking about how to really elevate and enhance your experience and make it really luxurious. And I'm hoping that you found the information here helpful. If so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified the next time we have part 4 and any other future videos. And if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about flight booking in general, or any questions about booking any kind of travel. I am here to help out. And other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day and happy travels. Bye-bye.